First and 10. Here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 12, 12, 12, 12.
On second down, here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10. Here's a Johnny. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2.
It's Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him. Take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
On second down, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Shorty.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Shorty.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll try to run with a giant. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very
right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
Lion.
Wentz now on third and goal. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now back out come the Rams on offense. A second preseason game for them. They defeated the Raiders, who they're actually seeing the Monday night opener, but no Goff, no Gurley yet. Will we see them in the preseason?
That's been the big question, not just around the West Coast, but throughout the league. Will those guys play at all in the preseason? Because some teams are leaning more towards, we will count on you being ready for the opener and avoid injury during the preseason. We're now getting word that the Rams are going to probably play Jared Goff and Todd Gurley limited action against the Houston Texans. But we'll see. They won't play much in the preseason, maybe just a few snaps.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here we go.
Here's Goff now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Orange.
Third and long. It's gone. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Back onto the field comes Philly's offense. You know, Charles, the Eagles, they've kind of gone from having one of the most enviable quarterback positions in the league to a couple question marks here because you got Carson Wentz still recovering from the knee injury. Nick Foles with a shoulder injury now.
And the thing that they've got going for them, even though it's a little bit unsettled right now, is that it's not as bad as maybe it appears. Carson Wentz has now been cleared for 11 on 11 work. They're hoping contact will come sooner rather than later. The injury to Nick Foles, believed to be serious at first, not so serious now. They think that he'll be ready for the opener. And Nate Sudfeld, their number 3 quarterback, after 2 weeks of the NFL preseason schedule, leads the league in passing. So maybe it's not quite as bad as maybe people thought.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup. Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. On first down, Wentz. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, CD, regular season inching closer. You know, looking at the ledger of the games, we'll just stick with the NFC right now, but it starts with a bang, Atlanta, Philly on the 6th.
How about the last 2 teams to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl head-to-head to start the season? The Falcons, they didn't win it. Philadelphia did. And then how about this for a second game? San Francisco at Minnesota. In normal years, it doesn't get as much attention, but how about now? Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers to take on now Kirk Cousins' Minnesota Vikings.
Anything else there from the NFC Week 1 catching your eye?
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys at Carolina, that definitely does, because the Cowboys are trying to get back to the playoffs. Dak Prescott, full season of Ezekiel Elliott, and, of course, number 1, the big man, Cam Newton, will welcome them to Charlotte. And to finish things off, the last game of the season openers, the Los Angeles Rams, last year's revelation, taking on John Gruden's Oakland Raiders. How about that?
Wentz now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
We're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Wentz to throw on second down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Working from the gun, Wentz over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Goff on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Super.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw on second down is gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Goff on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Orange.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. His throw incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Great 15.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top five. It's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number one in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top two picks. Johnson.
Under pressure, they got him again. Leroy Reynolds coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
He's got room to run past the 20. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we progressed through the preseason, so let's prognosticate about the regular season. NFC.
Can we overanalyze?
Yeah, I want to overanalyze too. NFC, the 4 divisions, who do you have winning them?
Let's start in the East. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, got better in the offseason. I think they win their division again, although Dallas will make a strong run at them.
Okay. And the South, you were saying you like Atlanta.
Yeah, I do like Atlanta to get back to the top. Tough division. 3 teams in the playoffs last year. Atlanta, New Orleans, which won the division, and Carolina.
Going west, who do you have out there?
The Rams. They took over for the Seahawks last year. I expect them to stay on the top of the heap. But let's face it, a lot of excitement in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo.
In the North, can Green Bay overtake Minnesota?
They can, but I don't think that they will. I think the Vikings defense carries them home. Kirk Cousins, their new quarterback. The Packers will challenge in a big way, but keep an eye on Detroit as well.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st down, gone. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, in a couple of weeks we can make our Super Bowl predictions, but for right now, I want to get your AFC Division Champion predictions. Who do you have?
All right, let's start in the AFC East. It's New England. Do we need to say any more?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a challenger behind them in that division right now.
That tends to cover it. Miami believes that they can be. Buffalo will be starting over with a new quarterback. So will the Jets. How about the AFC South? I'm going to give you a surprise there. I think
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
14, 12, 14. 17.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Tiger, Tiger. 12.
Goff throwing again, eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing again is gone. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He finds Ajayi. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They run with a giant. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out, or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Shotgun now for Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nigel Bradham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's back to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
DC. 17.
They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He'll look to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. To throw is Wentz. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.